a Brazilian flag earlier as well. Nice to see some, you know, home loyalties, etc.
Yeah, a patriotic bunch in the PES world. And we're ready for action here between PQM of Japan and TRS of Germany. And we are underway. Henrik Mkhitaryan with a very early touch. And it is Arsenal in their traditional colours. That is TRS, the blue of Arsenal, PQM. And immediately it's TRS on the attack. Aubameyang missed his header or missed the flight of the ball, but that was a good chance.
It really was. And of course, the Arsenal away team playing in their sort of a bluish colour, whether it's sky blue or a mix of that and royal blue. Of course, closer to the Japanese colours, of course. So that's probably a good way for you watching at home to know who's who.
Yeah, I'm sure the kit manufacturers have a very clever name for that colour of blue. We'll just stick with blue.
I mean, I'm slightly colourblind anyway, so I probably wouldn't go with my description, but they're in again here, right at the start of the match. The trio from Japan, but it's been cleared away.
Yeah, towards Aubameyang, who can't keep it in play. Third match in Group B. Goalless after just 6 minutes. You wouldn't expect a goal, but then we did get one very early in the opening co-op match, inside a minute. That was phenomenal. As Mustafi will come across and will get a throw on that. It's going to be a corner. Opportunity here for PQM. Taken short. Oh, that's a lovely flick. And the acrobatic effort goes over. That would have been a memorable moment.
Yeah, that would have been some goal right on the edge of the 6-yard box. He showed all of the athleticism to get the shot away on the overhead scissors volley, and it's gone just over the top.
Is this one aspect of the co-op where you can maybe be clever on set pieces because you can practice them and you can take them short like that?
I think so, and you can get into some slightly better positions as well. So as an example, if it was a one play, you're slightly relying on computer AI as well in order to make that run, in order to get into the position to do that overhead. Whereas, of course, if you are solely in control of that one player, you can, and not taking the corner, as an example, you can obviously make that count better. As you just heard, some more shouts from one of the other games. We will be, if we get little goal flashes, we will be telling you exactly what's happening in those other crucial crunch co-op matches.
Yeah, because it's getting to the stage now. We'll be more than halfway through the group stage after this one. As Mesut Ozil just forced the check back, keeps the ball. Ozil, of course, a German star. It's a lovely ball towards Lacazette. Brilliant defending. And PQM then were under pressure, but here is Aubameyang at the other end. He's up against Koscielny. It's well played by Aubameyang and well played by Koscielny. Great defending. Yeah,
it was well read there from the Germans as the ball gets cleared away down towards Lacazette. He's got support on the left-hand side from both Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang. It's through towards Mkhitaryan, headed out towards this right-hand side. Chris, they're starting to build here, the Germans.
Yeah, another aerial through ball as well. We've seen that really working. Broken silence, a 1-0 up against Cyborg. They look like a very strong team. Alex Alguethia and Eterito, two of the stars of the 1v1 this morning, are doing the same in the co-op. Here's Iwobi, goalless in this game. Mustafi, where's he turned up from? The centre-back. Lacazette. Alexander Lacazette looks for Ozil. Swept away. And Bayern. Good pressure this, though, from TRS.
So we're at the halfway stage in the first half. No goals to show. No real chances. So it's definitely been another cagey affair after that first game where we thought the co-op was going to breed this flurry of goals. It's not quite been that, unless we're going to get something here as the ball's played in. No, good defending again from PQM.
Yeah, I think we had 3 goals in the opening half at least of that first match. We thought it was going to be goals galore, and it's been pretty tight since. A sign of how improved the co-op players are becoming. This is a good move, though. And it's becoming more like the 1v1s now as teams really master their art in PES.
Yeah, and that'll happen year on year as well, as because obviously the co-op is so fresh this year. It is its first year in actual use. So as the years tick by, the teams will start to realise how to actually master this specific format. It's another chance here for Aubameyang. It ricochets around the box, and Iwobi can't get the shot away. A chance to counter here for PQM. But again, the ball has been given away, and it's been a case of this first half, a lack of real quality in terms of control and possession, hasn't it?
Yeah, just lacking a killer instinct, both teams. Have to credit the defending as well, I think. Particularly Laurent Koscielny, who's been excellent. He wins that header. Now Da Silva, on to Bayern. well read. Again, super interception, dribbles it out of play, but did his job really well. 33 minutes gone, still 0-0, and very, very little chances. In goes the long throw. Ozil has done really well, but again it's cleared. Anywhere will do for PQM of Japan, in charge of the Arsenal away team today, if you like, in the blue strip.
It will be a long throw to be taken. And it's through towards Lacazette far too easily, and they're in here, the Germans, and the cross to Iwobi was a poor one, because that was a big chance there, wasn't it, for TRS?
It was, and after all the cute football, it came from a long throw. How often do we see that? As Aubameyang's dispossessed, and now this is a chance for PQM to launch an attack, but Kolasinac was in there.
Yeah, it's another poor pass from Mkhitaryan there, but he has won it back and now finds Hector Bellerin.
That's a good-looking ball from Da Silva. Aubameyang checks and then couldn't pick the pass because it was on. Here is Aubameyang at the other end. Lacazette now, the France star. He's isolated up against two, doesn't have too many red shirts. Lacazette waits and waits and can't. Well, he's still going, Lacazette. I thought it had gone out of play. In the end, it's a good save, and that was the best chance of the opening 42 minutes.
Yeah, he did so well to wriggle away at that near post from the two challenges that came in. It looked like the chance had gone after he couldn't get the cross in towards the back post, but now they've got the corner to be taken, crossed in, headed away, possible chance to counter, but he's isolated up there is Aubameyang. He now finds it out towards that right-hand side, who plays it back towards Aubameyang, but intercepted by Koscielny, who, like you said, has been an absolute man mountain at the back for the home Arsenal TRS, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's certainly faring better than unfortunately did in real life on Thursday when he snapped that Achilles against Atletico.
Not nice to see with the World Cup coming, is it?
It was horrible. I wish him the best of luck, but in this game he's been brilliant. As total footballer, I can see a 2-0 up, but in this game it is 0-0 between the two Arsenals. Another very even contest between PQM and TRS.
Absolutely, of course, like we mentioned in the 1v1s, possibly this game is more important for PQM after having no points on the board from their first game, TRS winning 2-1 in their first game, so of course they have that advantage already. So will PQM come out second half and really go for the jugular to get the 3 points to put themselves with a chance of going through?
Yeah, sip of water. They've been narrowly beaten by a 1-0 earlier on in this group stage in one of the games which wasn't featured, so they'll be wary of that happening again as El Matador and co look on. Possibly had the better, or maybe looked the more likely to break the deadlock, but never quite arrived. Neither of these two teams have any points on the World Tour rankings. We mentioned right at the top, it really is open for those final spots in this particular format of PES 2018, and the second half here, that was a pretty quick turnaround, and we'll be back underway very shortly. And again, it's, remember, PQM playing in Arsenal blue from left to right, and they've got an early chance here with Lacazette. Aubameyang just seemed to go onto his left side then. He was maybe hoping for an overlapping run, it didn't come, and instead it's Aubameyang at the other end who looked to have been fouled. Referee said play on, and here's Bellerin. This is a good start from PQM. Aubameyang, lovely ball, real chance, opening goal, and it is a cracker. 1-0 Japan.
What a finish from the trio from Japan. We thought that the chance had gone after that initial chance for Aubameyang. Just seemed to pass him by. He tried to go onto his left foot and didn't pull the trigger. The chance went away. They countered, but then they lost possession, the Germans, and Japan came straight back at them. And what a finish from the edge of the box. Left foot like an arrow from Mesut Ozil. And it is, of course, TRM 0, PQM 1. And what a way, what a stylish finish to get things underway.
And the German international against the German team with a clinical finish. Magnificent. Aubameyang teed it up, and that left foot. How about that for a finish? Now, big opportunity here. This would be a huge win for PQM. It's been a very tight game. 4 minutes gone in this second half, though. Whatever was said at the break by the PQM boys has worked.
We've obviously got another cliche of it's in tight games, it's a mistake or a moment of brilliance. We certainly saw a moment of brilliance there from Mesut Ozil. Can they respond here, TRS? No, straight through to Petr Cech.
Yeah, I thought Might be a chance for Lacazette as Czech then tried to get PQM moving immediately. Was a bit overconfident, and he's given the ball back to TRS. De Silva on to Ozil in the red. He'll be hoping to make a similar impact to Ozil in the blue. Shadow Hunters are trailing, somewhat of a surprise result elsewhere. Here is Aubameyang. Oh, lovely through ball. Lacazette, Aubameyang! Free-flowing football at its best. And what a lead this is for PQM. That was some wonderful Pez.
What a celebration from the three as well. And the Germans only have themselves to blame. They allowed far too much space inside the 6-yard box. A simple pass across the face of goal left the goalkeeper absolutely stranded, and it was turned home into an empty net by Aubameyang. But look at this, it's again that chip through ball which caused the damage. Most people would have thought the shot was coming in. That extra pass just completely took the goalkeeper out of proceedings, and it's a simple finish from the former Dortmund man, and it's 2-0 to Japan.
In every Pez game that I can remember, the aerial through ball, if you get it right, is a massive weapon, and we've definitely seen that in the 2018 version here in Berlin, in 1v1 and now in co-op.
Absolutely, absolutely. The two main things that we picked out so far today is, of course, that chip through ball and the utilisation of the width, the wide play to get that header in at the near post, and certainly both have been utilised in abundance so far today, and it is a really good lead here for PQM in search of the first points of the day.
That's gone out of play, and they'll have the ball again. Will the team from Japan, Hector Bellerin, maybe another long throw. It's worked again. If he can keep that in play, not quite, but that looks to be a weapon that they like to utilise. And they waited and waited, and then picked their moment. Better check to clear. Half an hour for TRS to try and salvage something from this game. It doesn't look likely at the moment, but things can turn around in an instant in the world of Pez. And so much is about momentum, isn't it, and confidence. If you get a goal, you feel like you can score with every attack.
Absolutely. Having already got 3 points on the board, if you kind of feel if TRS can grab the next goal, they might just go on to grab the equaliser as well. So the next goal, again, the cliche is so important, so crucial, but it is TRS, the Germans, who are on the front foot through Mesut Ozil now. Aubameyang finds Lacazette inside the 6-yard box, and it's good defending again from PQM.
Really good. I think that was Mustafi. That looked like it was going to be a goal as Petr Cech takes a bit of a gamble there.
Dicing with death there on the line of the penalty area. That would have been an interesting decision for the referee to make.
And then he went for a little dribble, but it looks like it's worked. Here is Iwobi. Not seen too much of him. Again, really good defending. And now it's PQM who are looking to break again, a third, and it's game over surely. And they do have men over here on this near side. They can swing the cross in. Kolasinac just stretched his foot and got it away. Mkhitaryan, that's a poor header. Arsenal are all at sea at the back. Certainly TRS's Arsenal, they've done pretty well in the end though.
Yeah, it's been a truly spectacular performance so far from the team with no points on the board, so it's a struggle to see how they lost their first game. If they can play like this, it just goes to show the level of talent on show today in these co-ops, that every game is so important because all of the teams are of an equal standard.
Well, Mesut Ozil's being pushed very far forward. He's going to be dragged back in a moment potentially. He's going to be substituted actually, but you can see there's some vital changes being made here. And no surprise, this would be a big win. Remember, the top two in each group go through to the semi-finals. So 3 teams in each group will be eliminated, and it means that a win can really potentially be the difference between going through and going out. And you can see PQM all smiles. Look at the difference on the bench of TRS, totally forlorn at the moment.
Despondent, I think, looking at them. What was interesting about those formations there is, of course, the Germans, TRM, were going with a 3-5-2 formation, whereas, of course, the Japanese team, more of a 4-3-3, but then obviously pushed Iwobi really far wide and high. And it seems to be working so far. They've managed to deal well with the 3-5-2 until now, possibly as well. But goes through, oh, it's a ricochet inside the box, and somehow it's gone the wrong side of the post.
Yeah.
Could have gone anywhere.
Just before that, though, it looked like Welbeck was in, didn't it? And
it certainly did.
Didn't quite manage to keep it under control. Almost then got the lucky ricochet. But at the other end here, Aubameyang is onside, and he has men in the middle. De Silva did very well there. We're inside the last 15 minutes of this game, given away. Again, poorly by TRS. And they're now just dominating the ball. Kolasinac will try and win it. Again, a nice clip ball forward for De Silva, who needs to be careful up against 1, 2, 3. Aubameyang has picked his pocket. Here is Lacazette. Almost 10 minutes to go. They've wasted a lot of time here. They've gained a lot of time, you might say, PQM, with that spell of possession, as Nelson is dispossessed. They can't get the ball, there's no way they can get back in the game.
Yeah, it's do or die now for TRS. 9 minutes plus stoppage time remaining, 2-0 down. They can't quite get the ball at the moment. They finally steal it back, and now the counter's on through Danny Welbeck out towards the left-hand side with Iwobi, and chance to cross it in possibly. He's got support in the middle from Danny Welbeck and Patrick Aubameyang. Patrick is not his first name, but I'll say it anyway as the ball gets played out of play for a throw on the near touchline, and time ticking away now, isn't it?
Again, really good defending. Again, I've been very impressed by PQM at the back, as much as the goals they've scored have been nice. Here's Nketiah. Seem to have a very strong work ethic, always getting toes in and frustrating, and they've done it once more, and now they can counter-attack with Aubameyang. Mkhitaryan helps it out. I think they might have done enough here with just 3 minutes to go. They've given it away. Of course, they have to Mustafi. Now Bellerin. You can see that broken silence have gone 2-0 up against Cyborgs. I think that's a full-time score. They're looking good.
Yeah, that's a massive result again for Broken Silence, who look the team to beat so far in the co-ops for sure. Alex Agathiel and Etorito and Luca Tubelli.
Yeah, they've continued their 100% start. Very impressive, and that was a super win for PQM of Japan. No wonder they celebrate. A real team performance. 2-0 good enough to give them 3 points against their dejected TRS.
Yeah, brilliant second half performance.